Fred spoke in the People's Church in August of 1969, and I was in a crowd. Toward the end of his speech, he said, "Everybody stand up," and we did. And he says, "Now raise your right hand."
Say that. I'm a revolutionary.
And I couldn't say it because I thought to myself, I'm a lawyer for the movement. I'm not a revolutionary. And then he said it again, "I am a revolutionary." And by the third or fourth time, I was saying a revolutionary as loud as anybody else in the room.
We say white power to white people. White power. Brown power to brown people. Yellow power to yellow people. Black power to black people. We say Panther power to the Vanguard Party.
A lot of us thought that we were on the eve of a revolutionary situation here in the United States. We used to call the Panther Party the vanguard of the movement because they were out in the forefront. They were kind of setting the pathway. The things that we would face some repression for, they would face it 10 times as great. They were sacrificing oftentimes their lives in the struggle.
And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin American and I hate hillbillies. I'm hillbilly and I hate Indians. So we fight amongst each other.
Fred Hampton here in Chicago was the main voice for racial unity.
Black Panther Party stood up and said that we don't care what anybody says. We don't think you fight fire with fire best. We think you fight fire with water best. We're going to fight racism, not with racism, but we're going to fight with solidarity.
We worked with organizations such as the Young Lords, a Puerto Rican street gang that had become political, and the Young Patriots, hillbillies, Appalachian white boys.
I want to introduce a man come over tonight from another part of town, but he's fighting for some of the same causes we're fighting for.
Bob Lee, who was our deputy field marshal, had a meeting with them, and he was explaining why we should work together.
That police brutality up here, there's rats and roaches. There's poverty up here. That's the first thing that we can unite on. That's the common thing we have, man. But I want you people to stick together, and I'll stick with Black Panther, and they'll stick with me, and I know they will.
The coalition that Fred was building in Chicago represented the Latinos, the poor whites, and poor blacks, but also because he had been in the NAACP, he had linkages with folks who were in the congregations, or church folks, and with working class folks. So Fred was building a broad-based coalition in Chicago, and that was the threat.
J. Edgar Hoover most feared young whites uniting with the black struggle, and he was most afraid of what he called a black messiah rising up out of this movement.
Fred Hampton was very good at running an organization. He could delegate responsibility, he could spot talent,